So, Mr. Richard, we have the phone number that ends in 1752.
I'm talking about the number you supposedly contacted the defendant on.
Yeah, you're the defendant, and it's the phone number that ends in 1752.
No, that's an assumption and presumption. I'm not nobody's defendant. Under what law are you saying that I could? What charges? What are the charges? You're refusing to answer any questions. That's what you're saying? Because I just have questions. I
It
didn't
does
even
not.
answer. I didn't even ask the question. So how did you answer it? That's what I'm saying. Are you refusing to answer the questions? Why are you enforcing statutes if you took an oath?
Alright guys, today we're dealing with one of the most frustrating sovereign citizens I've ever covered. Seriously, this guy just will not stop talking. Now, he's not exactly following the usual "I don't recognize this court" script, but make no mistake, he's still deep in the sovereign citizen mindset, pretending like the law just doesn't apply to him. Spoiler alert, it absolutely does. Judges do not have patience for this kind of nonsense, and honestly, watching this guy is downright painful. He's completely clueless. Let me know in the comments what you think this sovereign citizen's IQ might be, and if you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support. Alright, let's dive in.
Richard, if you could activate your audio and video so I know that you are hearing. Okay, thank you. This the case that I believe I saw recently. There was a eval set up and they were unable to reach him to participate in that evaluation.
That's my understanding, Your Honor. I saw that as well. I think the last time we were in court, counsel indicated that the meeting had been set up to do the evaluation and the date was discussed. And it looks like Mr. Richard did not appear for that.
And for the record, Sean Parent for Mr. Richard. Yes, unfortunately, that appears to be the case. I'm not sure why Mr. Richard didn't appear at the evaluation.
So, Mr. Richard, we've been waiting for you to talk to one of the doctors, and we've been setting this case over for that to happen. When you were here on April 8th, we discussed that you were scheduled for that appointment on April 24th. So I know that you were aware that they had you calendared. Mr. Richard, why didn't you show up for that appointment?
Well, that was an assumption. I wasn't aware of anything.
Well, you were at the hearing when we talked about it, so.
I don't recall.
You participated on Zoom on April 8th, and we discussed that your evaluation was calendared for the 24th of April.
Was there anything signed for confirmation?
Your attorney has been working to get that set up. So.
Well, I haven't talked to anybody.
Mr. Parent, have you been in contact with Mr. Richard?
Looks like my office, we tried to reach him to make sure that he appeared at the evaluation, but we are unsuccessful in reaching him.
Do you have proof of that?
Yes, I have my colleague's notes that we tried to get a hold of you.
And what was the number?
So, Mr. Richard, we have the phone number that ends in 1752.
I'm talking about the number you supposedly contacted the defendant on.
Yeah, you're the defendant, and it's the phone number that ends in 1752.
No, that's an assumption and presumption. I'm not nobody's defendant. I'm authorized representative.
I'm gonna guess this guy's IQ is, like, -3. I mean, seriously, how does he have the nerve to straight up tell the judge that he's not the defendant? The audacity of some of these sovereign citizens is just unreal. Or maybe it's not even audacity, maybe he just genuinely doesn't care what anyone thinks anymore. Either way, this guy's in court for something incredibly basic. He was literally traveling, without a driver's license. That's it. And yet he's acting like he's leading a revolution or something. I honestly have no idea why he won't just pay his dues and move on with his life. These sovereign citizens are so wrapped up in their own egos, it's actually wild. Let me know what you think about this guy so far. And with that, let's dive back in.
Sure, the thing is, if you cannot participate out of custody, the court may have to set bail and have you placed in custody to get this evaluation accomplished. So when you are informed of the appointment and then you choose not to appear, the court interprets that as a willful violation.
Under what law are you saying that I can, what charges are, what are the charges?
We've gone over that. You have been told that you are charged with driving while license suspended and driving without an ignition interlock device. So I understand you disagree, but at this
what was the
point,
date?
we need
I
to,
don't disagree with none of the facts. I said, what was the date?
the date of the driving. Is that what you're asking?
Well, I don't drive, so I'm trying to figure out the date you have on file.
June 4th, 2022, Your Honor, is the charge date.
Thank you.
Okay, and have I been charged with anything?
Yes.
And what is it? What are the charges?
As the court just read aloud, driving while license suspended and driving without a functioning ignition interlock.
And is there a witness that you can bring to attain to that?
Those are the criminal charges. You also were cited for not having insurance.
Yeah, but do you have a witness?
Yes, the city has witnesses. We have the officer that will be testifying.
The officer. Okay, well, can you read the police ticket on the record?
We're not having a trial today. We're trying to figure out whether or not you are competent and able to proceed in this matter, and that requires that you speak to a doctor. But that is what we're trying to accomplish. And Mr. Richard, if you refuse.
Can you explain to, I don't understand. So can you explain to me how?
We've explained this to you previously. So what I'm going to ask you is whether or not you are going to comply with meeting the doctor out of jail, or does the court need to set bail and have you booked into custody so they can talk to you there? That's not what I'm wanting to do. I would like you to cooperate and have this case proceed with you out of custody.
Well, I need some type of contract to obtain to whatever you're asking.
This guy is straight up brain dead. The judge and prosecutor have already answered his dumb questions like 10 times, but he just won't stop. Do you guys think he's stalling? Maybe hoping they'll get frustrated and throw out the case or something? Because I honestly can't think of any other reason. His whole strategy seems to be just repeating the same questions over and over, then trying to gaslight the court into thinking no one answered him. Like, bro, we all heard them answer you. Multiple times. You're not slick. You're just wasting everyone's time. I can't even imagine how much tax money is being burned just because this guy refuses to get a competency review or face reality. Anyway, let's get back to it, because it only gets worse from here.
I think given the track record of Mr. Richard and his unwillingness to comply, the city is going to be asking that the court set bail and remand him on that bail to have the evaluation done in custody.
Mr. Richard, can you assure the court that you will come to an out of custody evaluation?
I will agree to anything if you guys can tell me the nature and cause of this action. My Sixth Amendment right. I need to know these things before we can move further. Are you refusing to tell me?
I didn't quite hear your question. What are you asking?
I need to know the nature and cause of this action. I need to know that before we can move forward.
Yeah, I believe that the court has told you that you're being charged with driving a license suspended in the 3rd degree and operating a motor vehicle without an ignition interlock device.
Okay, well, I have a question for the judge.
What's that,
Hello?
Mr. Richard?
Hello?
Mr. Richard?
Hello? Or can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You should sit down, and then instead of having me facing you at the clouds, you should participate in this hearing. Thank you. So every time we have a hearing, you ask these same questions, and we've explained to you that you're facing criminal charges and that we need to have the doctor speak to you. And so right now, your option is whether or not, as your attorney said, you can agree to meet with the doctors and stay out of jail to do that, or the court will have to remand you into custody so that they can.
So basically, you're telling me you're refusing to answer me. You're refusing to answer any questions? That's what you're saying? Because I just have questions.
We've answered your questions. We're going to proceed at this point. I'm going to.
I didn't even answer. I didn't even ask the question. So how did you answer it? That's what I'm saying. Are you refusing to answer the questions?
What do you want to know besides what you're charged with? What was your other questions?
My other question was, did you or did you not take an oath to uphold the Constitution? Can I just get a yes or no?
That would be a yes.
So you're enforcing statutes right now, and so you're totally going against your oath. So I'm trying to figure out what authority do you have to tell me to do anything as a public servant?
Mr. Richard, I am authorized by the revised Code of Washington to sit in this court. I'm duly appointed to be a municipal court judge. I've taken my oath. You're charged with a violation of the RCW and the Lake Forest Park Municipal Code.
Why are you enforcing statutes if you took an oath?
I know you don't think that it applies to you, but it does. So
I didn't say it didn't apply to me.
I'm going to set bail in this matter at $10,000.
You're making assumptions, ma'am. You're making assumptions, ma'am. I never said it didn't apply to me. But we both know here that the Constitution is not for me. It is for the public servants. So I don't know why you're making assumptions and presumptions.
The judge needs to hit this idiot with a contempt charge already. For one, the dude isn't even showing his face. That's just straight up disrespectful. It's so obvious he's trying to mess with everybody by playing these weird mind games. He's making the whole court system look bad by getting away with this nonsense, and honestly, it's frustrating that the judge hasn't done anything about it yet. We see it way too often with these sovereign citizens, being disrespectful in court, getting off with just a slap on the wrist. I don't get why more judges don't just throw a contempt charge at them. If she gave him one right now, it'd be totally justified. This guy's a loose cannon, and honestly, I think he might be mentally ill. But hey, let me know in the comments, do you think the judge is being too soft, or is she handling it right? Alright, let's dive back in.
Obfuscation is a big
I'm going to set
thing.
bail at $10,000, and we're going to end this hearing, Mr. Richard. You can report to jail. You can come in, but we are trying to do this without you having to be in custody, but you are refusing to cooperate.
I didn't refuse anything. I was never put on notice. So I didn't refuse anything.
I know you were put on
notice
notice at our last hearing, so that's on the record. So I know that to be false, Mr. Richard. So that is
everything that I asked you, am I wrong? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, you're wrong. So we're going to fix this, and we are done on this matter. Mr. Parent, if he does reach out to you and something can be arranged for them, but right now the doctors have tried twice to contact you, and you've taken a spot that would have been available to someone else. So we need to progress this matter, and that bail will be set, and we'll continue with an in-custody hearing date when you are booked.
For the record, the judge is willingly going against public policy. So on here and in, you're held liable for everything you do from here and on out.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Richard.
For the record.
There's just no way this guy shows up in person for his competency exam. I'd honestly bet money on it. He's so prideful, it's actually scary. He could have just paid the ticket and moved on with his life. But instead, here we are, wasting everybody's time and money, even the taxpayers. Now he's gonna have to post bond, pay court fees, and drag this out even longer. It's like he's going out of his way to make everyone's life harder, and for what? To stick it to the government? Newsflash, the government doesn't care about this guy, and it's only going to hurt him in the end. I know I rant about sovereign citizens a lot, but seriously, when is this nonsense going to stop? These people refuse to accept that laws exist for a reason, and somehow think they are above it all. What's it going to take to put an end to this? Honestly, I was starting to think maybe we should just ship all the sovereign citizens to some deserted island and let them create their own society. Can you imagine that? An entire island full of sovereign citizens. No licenses, no courts, no rules. That's not freedom, that's chaos. Honestly, I'd approve that idea. Instead of paying taxes for the courts and all this mess, I'd just pay the transportation fees to get these guys out of here. If you don't want to live by the rules, then get out. Anyway, let me know what you thought about this court hearing in the comments. Do you think the judge was too soft, Or did she do all she could? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.